And of course, just 2 months ago, there was that booster failure, emergency landing as a result. Does that play into the psychological preparation? I mean, how might you get your head around that setback 2 months ago?
Well, as astronauts and cosmonauts, we're acutely aware of the actual danger of what's going on. I think a lot of people watching on television, they just don't think about the danger, but that's our whole job. We train for it, we plan for it. And even though the booster rocket failed and exploded the main rocket, the crew wasn't hurt at all. The safety systems were. In fact, one of the crew that's flying here in 3 hours, David, he's described the Soyuz as a gnarly flying machine because it survived it and brought them safely back to Earth. So you don't want your rocket to fail, but it's really nice to see how well the systems worked.
And we talk a lot about the dangers of the technology, but what about the relationships? Just 3 people going up on that rocket. How intense do those relationships become?
Well, he's seen more of those other 2 people, Anne and Oleg. He's seen more of them than his family for the last year. You're counting on your lives with each other. I mean, that's just how it is. And there's so many things you have to know to operate the space station with the 200 experiments on board. So they become really members of your family. And they're there with you solving these problems. Your family's just standing a few miles away, sort of hoping that things go okay. But it's really the 2 cosmonauts or astronauts next to you that are the most important people in the world at that moment.
A Canadian and a former astronaut there, Chris Hadfield. And the astronauts, those 3 astronauts about to go up, have just said goodbye to their families in Baikonur in Kazakhstan. We're going to leave you with images of them. It's been a pleasure to have you with us this morning. Do stay with us here on Euronews.
Japan is the home of the largest automotive manufacturers group in the world. For Continental, as a technology company, this is a key market to operate in. Prime Minister Abe has announced his intent to see self-driving vehicles in Japan by 2020, and we fully support this goal and its timeframe. Japan is proceeding with deregulations and supportive guidelines. Large-scale verification tests began in late 2017 on the complex network of roads surrounding Tokyo. This initiative is ambitious and unprecedented in scale. With its commitment to innovation and change, Japan drives the advancement of technology and infrastructure. Japan can be the leading country in realizing the vision of automated driving.
Wherever the magic of cinema happens. For more than 20 years, collaborating with actors, producers and directors. Full news coverage and more. All the biggest film festivals. Euronews, the passion of cinema.
come from many places on the planet. We don't necessarily think the same way. All different, but as one. Because all views matter. We are all views. Our purpose is to help people understand what others think and why, through sharing the compelling diversity of news, helping you form your own opinion. Euronews, all views.